You apply for a loan. If you go to jail, please don't drop the soap. You scared me. Blue acorn. The money supposed to be for payroll. These people lying about they federal taxes and they think it's sweet. Yeah, it's sweet till they make you pay it all back. Yeah, I know something was strange. Every dollar you make coming straight from the fraud. So if you work a regular job, tell me how you got that loan then. Tell me how you got the loan then. Got that PPP loan, girl. Tell me how you got the loan then. With no bill. If you still then keep it real, everybody watching this video right now. Got a PPP loan too. And all y'all going to jail.
Imagine if you got what you want every time. No struggle, no hard work, no challenges, no hard work required. Some of you are saying that would be great. You would be weak. And then when something hard comes up in your life, you wouldn't know how to handle it. Because you have never gone through anything that strengthens you. You cannot grow without struggle. You cannot develop strength without resistance. Without challenging yourself, without struggle. Pain is your friend. Maybe not in the moment, but for the evolution of your soul, for the long-term benefit of you as a stronger human being, pain is your friend. If you didn't have failures, if you didn't have struggles, if you didn't have disappointment, you could have no strength, no courage, no compassion. How could you? Those qualities are made from your pain and struggle. You are given pain because you are strong enough to handle it. You are given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Because you are strong enough to drive through it, to thrive through it, to inspire others through it. They will look to you and say, he did it, she did it. I have the strength to do it too. You are stronger than you think. You survived all your challenges to this point. And you will survive whatever is coming. But next time a struggle comes, I don't want you to curse the skies. Know that it was sent for a reason and a lesson. It might be to make you stronger. It might be to teach you patience. It might be for you to show others your spirit. There is a reason. So don't you give up. You have a purpose in this world, and you will only find it if you keep going and keep growing.
Acting up. Acting up. Acting up. Acting up.
Action.
Acting up with Javetta and Carlos. We just gotta have the two. Acting up with Javetta and Carlos. Acting up
Acting up.
Acting up with Javetta and Carlos. We just gotta have the two. Acting up with Javetta and Carlos.
With your host,
Javetta and Carlos.
What up? What up? What up?
Deep Diddy acting up. Deep Diddy.
Dude.
That's my favorite part. Deep
Oh,
Diddy
okay.
acting up. What's
welcome,
going
welcome
on,
everybody, man.
y'all?
What's going on, man. Welcome to Acting Up with Javetta and Carlos, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. My name is Carlos, and that is
I am Javetta, and this is acting up with Javetta and Carlos. And tonight we got a special
man. We
guest.
got a special guest, man. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some drinks. We're gonna talk about some drama. We're gonna talk about all kind of stuff, man. But first, man, we got some sad news, man.
Yes.
We gotta start the show off, and this show is gonna be dedicated to him, man. Man, go, Javette. I'll let you do it while I pull this picture up, so we can talk about him.
So in the world of theater, our dear friend Eric Clark, E Fizz, as he was known by a lot of
No,
us,
yes,
he passed away on yesterday. So young,
young,
extremely talented, gone too soon.
man, definitely, man. So our prayers to him and his family. So this show is dedicated to you, E.
Yes,
Javetta. The thing I remember about him, man, he was just a good brother, dedicated to the
absolutely.
craft. Showed up every time to every set on time, prepared. I always wanted to do it. I always wanted to do things to love this daughter.
Yes,
And this is just strange, man, because um the a movie that we've been working on for a couple of years, it just hit Amazon Prime this week, and he made the flyer.
he was on the front
He was on
of
the flyer.
everything.
So definitely y'all go check it out. It's called The Bridge by Brandon Bias, man. He's on the flyers. You pull up and see. But just continue to support it, man. Just continue just to support independent artists, man. So, E man, peaceful journeys to you, man. We know you're gone in the physical, but you know your spirit is still here, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. That's
Yeah.
it takes it when stuff like this happen. It makes you take an inventory of your life and just appreciate the people around you and just want to show them some love, man. So, Big E, man, this
Absolutely.
show is for you. This show is for you, man. So, oh,
I
Javetta, what else? Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
hold on one second. Uh can you send Ronza the link, please? Um to share on Facebook.
Oh, okay, I
Um
got it.
so I was talking to Suge last night
Yeah.
about E passing away and how it was such a blow to our theater community here in the
Yes.
Triad area. And every time, I mean, I know the pandemic has taken a lot of lives.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost a lot of people in the past year, and it's this year and this past year since the pandemic started, it really causes me to pause and really reflect and realize that our next breath is not promised, you know.
It's
So
not.
I have no choice but to live full, do everything that's on my list of things to do because I want to die having used every single gift and talent, having made the impact that God created me to make. Um,
Yes.
and I don't know when my last breath is, so I'm going to make sure that I live my life to the fullest every day, no
Yes.
regrets. So,
And yeah, and that just makes it um like you said a mouthful. And we should live that way every day. But
absolutely.
so, when it hits this close to home, it makes us kind of think about that more. It kind of motivates us a little bit to say, okay, man, I'm not gonna drag my feet because you don't know.
Right.
And that's the thing about it, man. And that's we just encourage everybody to don't drag your feet. Don't wait till tomorrow. If you got to out with somebody, call them today. That loved one that you're thinking about, don't put it off. Just
Right.
live every day, man. Just take advantage of today. You have to. You have to, man. So, Big E,
Yes.
man, we salute you. We salute your work. We salute who you were, and we still salute you today in spirit because you was dedicated to the craft. You was dedicated to this art form that we all are part of. So, yeah,
Yes.
man.
Danny
But
said
we
be
like,
intentional and die empty. I
yeah, you
so
got
feel
to.
that. Absolutely.
You got to. So we're gonna press on today. We got a great show. We got all kind of topics lined up, man. We got some good topics. They're gonna be kind of they're gonna be kind of controversial, man. But who else?
Yay!
But who else to talk about controversial topics, man? Besides one of our own that we know and we love, man. He has a show on YouTube called what's it called? It's called Ronzi's
Ronza
Rants.
Rants. Ronza
Ronzo's Rants on
Rants.
YouTube. He's a drink master where he actually make drinks, man, for y'all to kind of
And they
tune
be
into.
so pretty.
They be
Oh
so
my
good, yeah.
God.
So y'all
I
gotta
haven't
follow this
tasted.
dude. Y'all gotta follow this dude on social media, man. But I love his how he tells his stories, his colorful stories, and his perspective on a
Right.
lot of stuff. So this gonna be very interesting today. But we're gonna get into some topics. We're gonna talk about some stuff, man. So we're not gonna delay it. We're gonna go on to bring my brother on, man, Mr. Ronza B.
Wait, we
Man,
gotta
you
introduce
sent.
him. We gotta
Okay,
introduce.
yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you
We got
you
to
do the
hype
introduce.
him up.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Boom. Okay, we gotta get the people ready.
Ronza B.
Ronza B. Right.
Ronza B is not only uh um YouTube personality. I don't know what you call him, a vlogger. He's not just
Yeah,
a
vlogger.
vlogger
Yes,
with
vlogger.
thousands of followings. He's also an
Hmm.
actor.
Yes.
Yes, bomb actor. We've had the
Yes.
opportunity to work with him on Lover's Lane. He is a
Hmm.
part of the Victory Productions family.
Uh-huh.
I've seen him on, I think it's Fatal Attraction. It's one of those crime shows that all women love to watch. Do you watch crime shows, Los? If you
Yes, I
do,
do. Actually, I was a part of a couple, but yeah, we're
well,
not
we're not
talking about
talking
me though.
about
Go
you
ahead.
today. Yes. So we're gonna dig into the video that we worked on today too. But we're gonna talk about
Yes,
yeah, we're gonna bring Ronza on and we're gonna dig into the topics and stuff. We're not gonna tarry tonight because I'm sure the director is tired.
Terry. What's
That's
that?
I
You know
had to
somebody
put
named Terry?
my
I went to
shirt,
school with a guy
my
named Terry.
shirt. I just love God, man. It brought the church up in me. We're not gonna tarry. We're not gonna hold
Right.
you for long. The Lord is moving now, so we're gonna move with the Lord. Okay.
All right.
This is
You
my
ready?
brother from another mother. Like, I just like to sit and listen to him talk because his
Man, I'm
perspective
telling
is
you, his perspective,
hilarious. Yes.
his his colorful language, his he just really he don't hold no punches.
Just
So
in
man,
case,
I love this brother.
just in case,
So we're gonna go on to
this might
go
not
ahead.
be a kid friendly show if you're 13 and under. Just in
Yeah,
case.
so yeah, he might use a colorful language, but yeah, so send your kids out the room. Yeah,
Go ahead,
send
take
them
them.
somewhere. So
Let them go.
so let's
Yeah.
go on and bring my brother on, man. Let's get him on, man. Y'all show us some love in the chat room, man. Man, give it up
What's
for my
going
man
on,
Ronza
y'all? How
B,
y'all doing?
man. Appreciate you, bro. What's
Thank you
up?
for
What's up,
having me.
man?
I am
Oh
good. I'm
man.
here in the Queen City. I left the West Coast for a few days to come out to the East Coast. So I'm in
Yes,
Charlotte
That's
sir.
this
what's
week.
up.
I'm
You in
excited. Yeah, I'm in
you in
LA now.
LA
I
now,
moved to
right?
LA
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
out there a year now. I'm in LA. I'm on West Coast
Wow.
now. So I'm excited. Javetta hit me up and she was like, yo, you want to join us? I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're gonna rant with you
Thanks for
tonight.
having
That's
me.
okay.
I'm
Oh
excited.
yeah,
I
we're
got
gonna
me
rant
a
with you tonight,
cocktail.
bro. Oh,
Tell us
uh-oh.
what your cocktail is. What is your cocktail of choice
This
on
one
this?
is something that I just made up. It's not something from my lab. I'm in Charlotte, so I don't have my full lab with me. So I'm at a good friend of mine. I'm at her house. So she has a stash of liquor. So I was like, let me see what I can put together. So what I did, I got me some Kettle One peach vodka with
Okay, all right.
some peach rosé champagne, a little bit of tonic water and Sprite.
We're gonna call that
Oh
the
man.
acting up with Javetta and Carlos
We're gonna
cocktail.
Yeah.
we can call
There
it
you go.
acting up. This
There
is
we
the
go.
official acting up cocktail.
Man, that's what
Boom.
I'm talking about, man. Boom.
We
Y'all
got
see
a
it in the comments.
cocktail
Make you
going.
one. That's right. I'm gonna make
So
one sometime. I don't know.
what I'm gonna do an official video of this one, and I'm gonna make sure y'all get a chance to see it and out there because this is
That's
the official acting up. And the way it's set up now, I might be acting up. I know Carlos
We
said
ready.
I be using a little colorful language, so like in the words of like, be careful what the fuck you ask for.
But man, let's start this off, man. Let's start off with
Okay.
like who is Ronza B? Who how did you get
Ronza
into
B.
how did you get into this whole thing of Ronza B? Where'd you come from? Just tell the people a little bit about yourself before we get into the to the comments.
Well, about me, I've always wanted to be an actor. Of course, I grew up in Mississippi, Crawford, Columbus, Mississippi. Shout out to GTA, my town. I've always wanted to be an actor. So, but of course, growing up in such a rural area, you don't know what it takes to get into that area of acting. So I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, went to college, all that good stuff of the things that I was supposed to do, but it was still acting in me that I wanted to act. And people always ask me, well, how long have you been acting? I said, well, you know what? I've been acting a fool all my life, but the acting for me is what I've always wanted to do. So in 2012, I started taking acting classes, and this was a couple of months even before my father passed. So I was at my father's funeral. We was at the cemetery, and one of the community ministers in our area, one of the pastors, he said, "How are you doing?" I said, he said, "Other than the current circumstance," I said, "I'm great." He said, "Let me ask you something." He said, "I remember when you were a child, you always would say that you wanted to be an actor." He said, "Have you ever thought about acting?" And I just started laughing because that was the next confirmation that I needed. And I just said, "Wow." He said, "What's wrong?" And I just really started laughing. He said, I said, it's amazing to me that you asked me, am I into acting? Because you remember it as a child that I wanted to be an actor. I said, a couple of months ago, I just signed up for acting classes.
Wow.
He was like, no. I was, so this, it amazes me. And there was good confirmation for me, even at my father's funeral, that this is what you're supposed to be doing with your life.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and from that, I've gone on to working with VPN, working with both of you, these two amazing actors that whenever I see you guys in front of anything, I'm like, okay, what they about to do? What they about to do?
Oh man, appreciate it, man.
Yes, and Carlos, I've seen you on stand up at some of Liz's productions, which was fire and phenomenal. You always do a great job. He keep us in the holy realm sometimes, but I go outside of that. He'd give us a little prayer. I'd be like, okay, let him pray while I take my step. But, I grew up in the church, so I know about the church. I act up a little bit because I'm a true DK. I'm a true deacon kid. So but
I'm a PK.
You're a PK, so you already know the struggle we have.
Listen, we here, Ronza.
Right. We have a struggle. People think we're supposed to be so good.
Yeah. Put y'all on pedestal. If y'all sneeze wrong, we could be here all night talking about these church folks. We do already because people try to judge me all the time, and it's crazy.
Here's the thing: they can do craziness, but because we PKs and DKs, we're not supposed to do no craziness.
Yep.
They be like,
sure.
"God, did she?" And
what you did? What?
The whole church know about your business.
But I always tell people the soul is strong, but the flesh is weak. And sometimes DKs and PKs, we get caught up in the flesh. So don't judge us if we get caught up in the flesh.
Yes,
exactly.
We can be in the flesh.
Exactly. Right. We all human, man. So, hey, man, definitely, man. So, I did hear you say you grew up in the country compared to where you are now. How did that shift how does that shift different where you are now growing up in the country and coming to the citywide? How does that shift for you? Was that a difference, or did you feel like you had to get out the country to do what you do?
Well, I call it deep south. I don't call it country because we don't like to refer to it as country because the entire United States is a country, so we're all in the country. It's rooted in deep south. It's southern. The difference is like when you're in the deep south, especially in rural Mississippi, because the population of my little hometown, Crawford, Mississippi, is only like 800 people. So we got the bishop. The bishop has a large church out there. His membership is almost 3,000. So his membership in his church is more than the population of the town. Wow. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. Okay. So going up there, his church, his membership in his church is almost 3,000 at the bishop's church in my small hometown, but the population of the town is only 800.
That's crazy.
So people come from near and far to drive down to the bishop's church.
Wow.
And that's in Mississippi. I'm gonna put the pieces together. That's in Mississippi.
Crawford, Mississippi, home of blues singer Joe Louis, home of NBA basketball star Clarence Weatherspoon, and home of NFL football star Jerry Rice.
And home of Ronza
Wow.
B.
Yeah, and home of Ronza B.
Come on with it.
So, and look, and 45 minutes from Kosciuszko, Mississippi, which is where Oprah Winfrey is from. So I'm amongst good people down there today.
Oh yeah, you surrounded by greatness, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh man.
So being down there and transitioning, so I went to school in Mississippi at Southern Miss. I moved to Charlotte in 1999. And one thing I can say about my parents, even though we grew up in such a rural area, my parents always pushed us for better. They always, some of my friends used to think that we were rich. I said, no, we're not rich. I said, we don't have no more than you have. I said, my parents are working hard just like your parents are. How they're making it happen, I don't know. I don't question because I don't pay the bills. I said, for us, they could be struggling to build a better life for us, but as children, we don't know that.
Right.
That's
right.
They pushed us. They traveled with us. They said, we're going out of town. We're going here. We're going there. And I didn't realize until I got in high school that some of my friends were like envious of that. They was like, y'all be going out of town and stuff. We don't go out of town. And that's not something, even to this day, a lot of my relatives in Mississippi have never left the state.
Wow.
And they're good with it.
I actually have instilled in my children, because my family has a very strong work ethic, and because of that, we didn't travel a whole lot. Both of my parents are entrepreneurs. They own their own businesses and they run their own business, even to this day.
That's beautiful.
So, and it is beautiful, but I wanted my children to be introduced to cultures outside of the United States. I wanted them to be introduced to enjoying life and not just the whole work hard. It's work hard.
See, the thing with that, right. So your parents, they never found anybody that could work with them that they could trust.
Right.
While they could be gone. So they had the means to travel, but they didn't have the trust in their staff member to be able to do the right thing while they were gone.
Right.
And that's one of the struggles that we have in Black entrepreneurship.
And that's true.
Right now, I run a Airbnb vacation rental property business here in Charlotte, and I'm all the way in California. But it took me a while to get staff that I could trust to run the business in my absence. Yeah. And I know what you're talking about. It's hard. Now I'm at a point. I used to have to come to Charlotte once a month. Now I come once every other month. Now I'm getting to the point where I can come once a quarter.
Okay.
That's good.
That's what's up. That's because
go ahead.
So speaking of that and getting into what you're talking about, your transition to the West Coast, was that to pursue the acting and get more into that? And and what made you just because most people say that's a jump, that's a leap of faith, or so what went into your decision to say, you know what, I'm going to the West Coast? Because a lot of people don't do it.
Right. Well, see, this is not my first time living in California.
Okay.
I lived in California in 1998, even before I moved to Charlotte.
All right.
So I've always been, linked into the West Coast. Acting definitely played a part into me wanting to move to California, because I know, I even though we have a good acting and opportunities on the East Coast, there's also better opportunities on the West Coast. And there's more, the whole buzz of Hollywood. So I knew I wanted to go out there and move back. I even told myself when I left California that someday I wanted to move back. I didn't think it was going to take 22 years for me to get back to California, but I've always wanted to go back to California. So acting definitely helped spark that piece. After being in Charlotte for 21 years, I love Charlotte, don't get me wrong, but for me, there was something missing.
Okay.
There was something missing for me. After being in the city for 21 years, Had you asked me 5 years ago would I ever leave Charlotte, I would have told you no.
Gotcha.
2 years prior to me moving to LA, I always told people, I said, you know what? The soil under my feet is becoming loose. And people would always ask me, what does that mean? I said, I'm not as rooted into Charlotte as I used to be.
That's me.
I used to think that I would never leave Charlotte. Like I said, had you asked me 5 years ago would I leave Charlotte, I would have told you no. But a couple of years right before I moved, I used to tell people the soil under my feet is becoming loose. And they was like, what do you mean by that? I said, I think I'm more open now to relocating than I used to be.
Wow.
I thought Charlotte was my final destination. So with acting and me want to rebrand myself, I knew in order to rebrand myself, I had to get out of Charlotte. So I started saying, okay, where do I want to go? I narrowed my places down between Houston and LA.
That's good.
Wow.
And after researching, I found LA would be the best place for me. So that's when and a lot of people thought it was a knee-jerk reaction for me to move, but most people don't even realize my plan to leave Charlotte started at the end of 2017. I told myself at the end of 2017 that in 2020, you're moving to Los Angeles.
So you had a plan. You had a plan and
I had a plan. So I put my plan in place. I executed my plan.
That's good.
So you're saying that it's okay to make a plan and move from a comfortable situation to out of your comfort zone because you never know what may be on the other side. And then and to the people out there watching, if you listen to what he said, he was in Charlotte for 20-something years, y'all. You know, but like you said, when he made a plan and he got out of his comfort zone. That sometimes
that's the key thing, Carlos. The comfort zone. Sometimes we can't get to our next destiny because we're comfortable and we are afraid to move outside of what we know. And we are afraid to say, okay, if I get out, sometimes in order for you to get to your next level, you got to put yourself in an uncomfortable position.
Come on now.
To go where you're supposed to go.
Exactly. So to the people watching, and that's what's very important. You have to be able to get out your comfort zone because you know sometimes we're afraid to try something different or do something different, and just like my brother just said, he was in Charlotte for 20 years, y'all, and said, hey, something got to change, and he was brave enough to be like, I'm gonna change it. Don't ever get so stuck. Be like, well, I grew up here, my mama here, my grandmama here, so I might as well stay here. Sometimes your blessing is not where your mama blessing is. Come on, somebody. Sometimes your breakthrough is not where somebody else's is. Go ahead, brother.
And here's the key thing. I didn't tell nobody I was moving.
Oh, wait. Oh, time out. Oh, wait a minute. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
I didn't tell nobody I was moving.
Why did you tell somebody?
Because you got them naysayers out there. Come on. The naysayers will block your blessings. See, when you're surrounded by naysayers, they'll tell you, you ain't supposed to do this. Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Well, if ain't none of the moving money coming out your pocket, why the fuck you worried about it?
There you go. I knew the language was coming. Hey,
but
so
it's
see, people were upset because they didn't know I was moving. I told my mom the day before I got on a plane to go to Los Angeles. The only people that knew I was moving to Los Angeles was my assistants, the people that work with me, and the people that knew they had to take over the reins of what I had going on here in Charlotte. Those were the only people that knew I was moving. I called my mother the day before I boarded the plane to Los Angeles. I said, hey, Mom, I just wanted to call you and let you know that on tomorrow, I am boarding a plane and transitioning my life from Charlotte to Los Angeles, California.
So what was Mama's reaction? Was she like, go son?
She was shocked. She was like, one thing I love, my Duke supports me. Because I don't know, you know how a lot of people have a problem raising their parents. I don't have a problem raising my mom. Now my brothers, they struggle because she don't give them no mind. She dogs them, but she listens to me. She said, "Well, son, if you feel that's what you need to do, I support you."
Period.
I didn't even tell my brother. I said, don't tell my siblings. I'm gonna have a Zoom call this weekend to tell them.
In Los Angeles, she was gonna already be there.
In Los Angeles.
Yes, I feel you.
So I told mom the day before I moved. I had a Zoom call on Saturday. I moved on a Wednesday. I had a Zoom call on Saturday with my siblings. They didn't even know why I was having a Zoom call. I invited them to a Zoom call. They joined, and they joined. And when I broke the news to them, they was like, my nieces and nephews was like, oh, I'm in LA. My siblings were like, oh, okay. Well,
wow.
See, the reason why they couldn't say that, because see, I took me not telling them, remove them drilling me as to why I was moving. Why are you moving? What are you going out there for? Have you thought about? And see, I knew that's what I was going to have to deal with. But here's the thing: if the money ain't coming out your damn pocket, why are you concerned? I didn't ask you for no fees. I didn't ask you to book no truck. I didn't ask you to do a damn thing for me to move. So why are you concerned? So at that point, I erased all of that for them because I know my family.
Yes.
Come on now. You got to know your people. You got to know your people.
I know my family. I knew what I was going to be up against. Had I told them months and months in advance, they would probably talk me out of it. Well, they would have tried to talk me out of moving. But guess what? I'm in California now. I'm letting you know that I've moved. The only thing they could do is say, congratulations. And thank you for the damn congratulations. I know you feel, and hear me. I said, I know y'all feel some kind of way because I'm just not telling y'all asses. But guess what? I know y'all.
Hey, hold on. We got to take a pause because man, you are all up in. You don't know how much confirmation you're giving people on this show today. You're giving so many people confirmation of what you're. I hope y'all people are listening to what he's saying. Quiet moves are the best moves because you do not give the naysayers anything.
It's everything. I have family in California. They didn't even know I was coming.
Wow. Come on now.
You don't even know.
My aunt told me, she said, I'm feeling some kind of way because you didn't tell me you was moving to California. I said, sweetheart, I love you, but you were not going to know before my mother knew.
Wow.
I said, my mom is my number one ride or die chick. I said, you will never know anything important about me before my mother knows.
That's awesome, man.
She's going to always know first. I said, so even though I'm moving into your territory, and I might need, because my aunt is well connected. She's been in LA for 40 years. She's well connected. I said, even though I might have to lean on some of your connections, at the end of the day, you're not going to know my move before my mom knows. And if that makes you feel some kind of way that you don't want me to use your connections, I'm fine. I said, trust me, if I can conquer the whole city of Charlotte, I'm ready for LA too. Is LA ready for me?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, I had a conversation today with my girlfriend, Carla Simpson. We were talking about moving out of comfort zones. And, she was making a remark that, her network is here. But you speaking, you can grow your network outside of your comfort zone. Make it bigger. It's okay. It's okay to have people.
I still do business. I still do real estate business in Charlotte. I got 2 houses on the contract right now.
Wow.
About to put 2 more on the contract. And I'm all the way out in California, and I'm still doing real estate deals in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I love about what you're saying, because I'm from a whole different state of here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I love it because you can still basically you expand your territory when you get outside your comfort zone, which makes you bigger and give you more opportunity, because sometimes we're limited. If we stay in one place for too long, we limit our opportunities and our growth. And I'm so glad that I had the option to get out of Greenville, South Carolina, came up here, went to school. Then I was like, boom, I ain't going back home. So I did. When I tell you I came to North Carolina, I knew 2 people when I came to North Carolina.
Wow.
I knew 2 people. So think about what God has brought me now and the elevation that, we're going to next. So what you're saying is so profound, man. I'm glad you're on here. You're a living example of what a lot of people want to do. And I want you to talk about overcoming the fear of doing it. Talk about that, because a lot of us are scared. A lot of us,
the fear of the unknown.
The unknown. Talk about that, right?
And half of your fears don't even come from yourself. They come from the people that you tell. People that are surrounded by you are afraid. You can tell somebody your plan. You can be excited about your plan, but people around you are more fearful for you than your plan. So you have to say, hey, don't tell nobody your plan. Move inside. And it's hard to move in silence because you're alone. Because you don't have nobody with you to move with you. And sometimes you need somebody to move with you. But if that person is going to stagger and hinder your move, then you can't move with them. You can't share your move with them, because they're going to be them being afraid is going to make you afraid. You can have your plan together. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. But you got that family member, that cousin, that friend. I'm going to share this with them. And they will put fear into you about your own move, about your own level, about the next success that you have for your own life.
Bruh, you don't
see we're going to take them off for tonight because you all in it, bro. I mean, and just to think about what you said, and that's so important, man. The people you hang around, that's so important, because sometimes now let me give y'all a secret. When I first started doing comedy 15 years ago, I had a good friend of mine, very close friend of mine, Ronza. He said the same thing. He said, man, you can't do comedy.
Why not?
Why you gonna do that? And I'm the type of person, when you tell me I can't do something, that motivates me to do it. But then I just think about, what if I would have listened to him and be like, well, you know what, man, you right. But then that showed me something about him compared to me, because just like what you said, I was ready, but he wasn't ready. So he put his fear on me, and luckily it didn't work. So don't let y'all watching this, don't let other people's fears get on you, because that's gonna stop you, because your dream is your dream. It's not nobody else's. And I'm so glad that I didn't listen to certain people coming up, because
you are an amazing comic. I've seen your shows. I've been front and center on your shows. You bring the fucking laughter.
Appreciate it, man. But I'm a clean comedian, though, y'all. I didn't say that. He said it.
He clean because he motherfucking want to be clean.
Hey, man, I love.
But at the end of the day, I've seen your shows. I see what you bring to the stage. I've enjoyed what you brought to the stage. I've applauded. So imagine if you had listened to the fear. It wasn't even your fear, somebody else's fear, to tell you that you can't or not supposed to do what you're supposed to be doing. See, the fact that you get booked, to do comedy is confirmation enough to say that you're supposed to be in comedy.
Right.
Now, if you was out here and wasn't getting booked and wasn't getting no damn show, then that's when you might want to say, well, damn it, Carlos, shut it down and leave it alone, because ain't no damn about booking you. You might not be that good of a comic. But the fact that you're getting booked, so you have a tag on your name as comedian Carlos.
Yes.
Big Los. Everybody know Big Los.
Yeah.
If you wasn't bringing the comedy of Big Los, then the brand of Big Los would not even matter. Had you listened to the naysayers, then the Big Los tag wouldn't even exist.
That's true.
And we are so excited and so grateful to have Big Los.
That's
right. I appreciate it.
and then not just that, but comedy has opened up other doors for you.
Yeah.
And it's catapulted your career. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't have got a lot of your acting roles if it wasn't for Big Los.
Man, that's true. That is the truth, because a lot of people see my shows, they be like, man, I got this role that you'll fit, man, we'll bring you in. Or I got this role, I think you're versatile enough to do it. So that is so powerful, man. Just think about, and the people out there listening, you can apply it to my life, but apply it to your life. If you're watching this show, think about what you're missing out on because you won't take the first step, and God got something for you on the 5th step, but you're afraid to take the first step. Now, if I never would have took the first step, if Javetta never would have took that first step, like Ronza B would never took that first step, it's so much stuff that can open up, because now, hey, let me tell you what I'm doing now, Ronza B. I'm directing music videos. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's like now I went from this to this. Now I can put director on my tag because I just directed my 2nd music video today because of the track record, because I didn't allow that person to speak into my life, man. So that's awesome, man.
Those people, you wouldn't be where you going. See,
I'll be miserable
for your life. You on a journey that's meant for your life because you follow your plan. You follow your plan and the plan that God had for you, not the plans that the naysayers and the haters and the people that are afraid to follow because they are afraid to take a leap of faith to go where they are destined to be.
Man, I'm telling you.
Let me just tell you, Ronza, you have confirmed so many things in my personal life tonight. You don't even know. I think I'm the only person on the show that's been in the state of North Carolina my whole life. My family is like this. My family is super tight. So any talks of somebody leaving, it's like, oh no, you can't do that. What we gonna do then? You know?
Why not?
But I can't live for the happiness of them. Others. I have to live and do.
You have to, Javetta.
The whole fear. Don't let.
See that whole you can't leave because you family is. That's just they're afraid and they're pushing that onto you. You know, see deep down in your heart, you know there's something better for you, and you know it's not in North Carolina.
I know.
And you can always come back and visit. That's the thing.
But I know
they got shackles. They're placing their shackles on you.
Come on now. Somebody type shackles in the comments. Shackles on my feet. It's time to let them go. Shackles. Somebody do shackles. Somebody got shackles right now.
And you got to stop allowing them. Because guess what? You got to live for you.
That's the word.
And if you know deep down in your heart that you know there's something more better and something more powerful for you outside of the state of North Carolina, then you got to go pursue it. You owe it to yourself to go pursue it. Yeah. I've seen you act. We've been in some of the same shows together. I know what you bring to the table. I know what you bring to the acting spectrum. You got it. But tell your family, I'm fucking leaving. I can come back and visit whenever the fuck I want to come. And wherever the fuck I go, you can bring your sorry ass or not bring your sorry ass to visit. And when I get where I'm fucking going, if you don't never fucking come and visit, don't fucking pressure me to bring my black ass down here to visit y'all sorry ass, because the airwaves and the highways goes in both damn directions.
Shamika said just like that.
You know what? Hey, sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you really got to say that, man. And unfortunately, it is.
I have not. The last time I've been to my hometown was in 2016 at my grandfather's funeral. And my cousins always ask me, you don't ever come here anymore. I said, let me tell you why I don't come here anymore. I said, I'm on giving you the same energy you give me. I left in 1995. I went to Southern Miss, was at the University of Southern Miss from 1995 to 1999, left there and moved to Charlotte. I said, y'all don't never visit me. So why am I in such a rage to visit you?
That's a word for somebody out there.
Until somebody's visiting me, I ain't visiting y'all. I said, guess what? I'm over coming down here for funerals. I'm just sending flowers at this point.
Come on now.
Wow.
Man.
The conversation is so loaded with so many nuggets. I feel like you need to write a book, Ronza.
They were like, you didn't come to Auntie's funeral. You didn't come. I said, I came for my dad's funeral. I buried him. I came for my grandfather, all my grandparents. I said, I'm over coming down there for funeral. Have some shit other than a funeral that I want to come to. Because I want to come happy, not fucking depressed.
You know what's real?
So I'm not coming to all the damn funerals.
You know what's real?
I'm sending flowers.
You know what's real?
What's up?
It's a lot of Black African-American families who only come together when somebody dies. And
for funerals and
for that. Yeah.
At every funeral, they say, well, y'all, we got to do better about getting together, you know.
And they never do.
Outside. And it never happens.
They never do.
Never happens.
I told my family, listen, I lived in North Carolina for 21 years. And I can count the number of family members that came to visit me in North Carolina. So in North Carolina, from Mississippi is a lot closer than California. So I damn sure don't expect them to come to California. So here's my thing. Don't bother. My daughter, she's not my daughter. She's my cousin. I raised her as my daughter. She was in Vegas for a few weeks. I said, you 3.5 hours away from LA. I said, I see you in Vegas, but you can't come visit me in North Carolina or Los Angeles. I said, so
wow.
Don't ever ask me when I'm coming down to the Mississippi again. I said, because you 3 hours and some change away from me from LA. You could have coordinated your trip to drop over in Los. I said, as a matter of fact, if you had told me you was coming and you wanted to come to LA to see me, I'd have bought you a $75 flight to come from Vegas to LA and pick you up from the airport. And you could have spent 24 hours with me, and I would put you back on the plane and got you back in Vegas. I said, so don't ever ask me when I'm coming to Mississippi again. Because it looked like to me, I said, you've been in Georgia, you've been in Texas, you've been to Vegas. I said, you've been everywhere but what the hell I live. So stop. I said, so if you can go there, you can come and visit me.
Facts. Facts.
That acting up drink is got you acting up.
All right,
no,
so
I ain't in full throttle yet.
But I appreciate so get
the show.
So let's transition a little bit. How did you come up with the Drinkmaster and the rants? So how did you start that?
Well, let's start with Drinkmaster. Drinkmaster,
gotcha.
Believe it or not, I'm about to tell y'all something that you're probably not gonna believe, but it's the truth. I was one of those good shelter kids. I didn't do nothing wrong. If I saw kids drinking outside of not being 21 in high school, I judged them. I thought they were doing, because I was a DK.
Yeah.
So my cousins would tell you right now. I got one of my mentees that lives in LA right now, and he was on a messenger chat with me with my cousin, and she told him, she was like, bruh, she was like, this dude, you could not pay him to drink when we were growing up. So we used to drink and do all types of stuff. You couldn't pay him to do nothing outside of the little box that we were put into. So to see him have his own Drinkmaster page, she said, it's crazy to me because I know this dude would not drink. I was one of those people that I wouldn't drink until I turned 21. I did not have not one sip of alcohol until I turned 21. Wow. Most people believe that.
You sound like Javetta.
Yeah.
I lived by the rules because that's what I was taught. She's a PK, I'm a DK. We were taught to live by the rules.
That's right.
That's why a lot of times when we become adults, we go crazy because we was taught to live by the rules. So
that's true.
In college, we used to have dorm parties in the suites. Hattiesburg, shout out to Hattiesburg Hall, 3rd and 4th floor, Suite B. So we started drinking, and they told me, said, make some drinks. I didn't know what to do because I was never exposed to liquor. So we used to buy these little daiquiri drinks. I was like, okay, well, they say, yo, bro, I'm in charge of music. My boy Sweat was in charge of music. Location was Alvis, and the Sweet him and Ken. We would be in there, and it was like, you in charge of drinks. I'm like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? I just started drinking my damn self. So how am I supposed to come up with drinks that all these people are gonna like? So they gave me the blender. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come up with something. So I started taking these daiquiris, mixing with rum, and putting them all together, and people were liking them. And from there, it just evolved around. People loved my drinks. It became one of those things in college. By the time I hit my junior, senior, it was like, okay, if Ronza ain't coming to the party, he in charge of drinks. He got to make drinks. So I became the person that was making the drink. So after that, it just evolved around me putting different flavors in cocktails. When I'm with my family, they always ask me, make cocktails, make cocktails, make cocktails. They don't want to drink a cocktail unless I made the cocktail. So that's how it came about. It became about. So now it's an art to me because I've recognized that there's a talent in me making my cocktails and people enjoy my cocktails. So now it's a whole art for me. And if you can see from my new drinks lately, the decoration and the garnish that I put on them, it's like a whole vibe right now. So that's how I do it. So now Ronza's Rant became from me growing up being a little quiet dude that had a lot of shit to say but wouldn't say it because I was going to be judged. And at some point in my life, I said, the hell with it. People need to know the fucking truth. I put a comedic spin to it, but it's still the truth. Yes. Exactly. My mom and she said, my mom don't like my videos. She said, you be doing too much. She said, but her friends, she was like, you got a lot of old fans. So what you talking about? She said, my friends be like, girl, did you see your son video? She was like, we ain't even Facebook friends. She said, he had me dying laughing. She said, they love your videos. They say he be telling the truth. He be telling the truth. That's right. So said you my friend, one of my big sisters in Greekdom, Nikki Austin Ship out in Florida. Because I put a poll before I started Ronza's Rants. Because I used to post crazy stuff, and I would say, who wants to see me go live with my stuff, with my video? And she was like, yo, go live with your video. So people can actually get the full throttle versus of what you're talking about. What you type about in post. She said, go live and go full throttle. So I started going live, and that's how Ronza's Rants came about. My new rant that's coming out tonight that I got to edit, I've already recorded. We're going to be talking about Portia Williams and why people, I'm team Portia, because Portia doing what the hell she had to do. Okay, well, we might as well start. So let's start with that topic so we can get into it. So Javetta, start with the Portia. Explain what the big thing with the Portia. Let's talk about Portia. Let's do that. I'm team Portia. Just so people know, I'm team Portia. Okay, all right. So we do. So once Javetta finish. Go ahead, Javetta.
For those that don't know, Portia Williams has announced her engagement to I can't pronounce his name. I know he is of African descent. Simon. Yeah. Buddha, what's his last name? The last name is Gabadia or something. Yeah. But we're gonna go with Simon. Okay. Well, Portia is engaged after a whirlwind romance for 1 month with Simon, who is. They are saying that he was married to one of her friends, but it turns out they weren't friends. They've just been to her home. Correct. Okay. So
can I say something on that?
Yes.
Because here's the thing with the friend thing. It's reality TV. The set happened at Phelan's and her husband's house. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So with reality TV, you have to go where the set is. So just because I'm on set filming a reality TV show at your house, that does not make us friends. Now go ahead, Javetta.
That's good.
I think that's what people was confused at.
Yes. So everybody's like bashing Portia because apparently divorce is not final. We don't know. I'm kind of team like it's not my business because I don't know I'm gonna raise my hand. The only thing I know is what social media shows us. I got my own relationship that I am.
Can I raise my hand?
Yes, go ahead, Ronza.
So Not trying to give away my rant because I want everybody to go out to Ronza's rant because I'm gonna edit it in a few minutes after we get through it and I'm gonna upload.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing that this is the part that's pissing me off. Phelan and her husband were already getting divorced because her ass cheated. But ain't nobody talking about that.
Nobody.
So the narrative. So there's a different narrative they're trying to spin.
Yeah.
She cheated. They're trying to make it a girl code thing, but she cheated. But why are we not talking about that?
Did you see her post? I thought it kind of spun the victim narrative when she's like, I appreciate the prayers and people reaching out to me. I'm navigating the divorce and working on healing. I don't know what she said, but it was.
But did she mention because I cheated?
No.
But she mentioned I cheated. That's why we get a divorce. Because she wants sympathy. You don't deserve no sympathy. You got a man that's worth 40. I hope who she cheating with is worth more than 40 million. Because if you're gonna cheat up, don't cheat down.
Cheat up.
Come on now. You got to cheat up.
Cheat up.
Listen, that's a word for somebody out there. Somebody trying to cheat. I am not condoning it, but if you're gonna do it, cheat up. That's a word from the Lord. Don't cheat with the worker of the company. You cheat with the CEO. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
If your man or your woman is able to put you on private jets and you cheat with a motherfucker that can't even get you an Uber, you're cheating down.
Way down. Way
don't cheat. Don't cheat. The moral of the story.
Yeah.
Yes,
I ain't said all that, but you know, that's your better story, not mine.
I'm saying it's none of my business. But since it is out, since she did put it out on social media and everybody just kind of lit into her, I just think we don't know all the details. It's not for us to know all the details. But like Ronza said, you know, the other half of the story is what they're not talking about. So I think personally, with the timeline, there should be some healing involved. You know, they just getting divorced. She was unfaithful to him. He need to take a little bit of time to heal or have fun. He was in a car with another little girl.
When you bring Portia to your house to the food party, that's all the healing you need.
But my concern is it real? They done had this whirlwind, you know, whatever. And
I talked about that in my rant. It's reality TV. Nothing is real. It's what's scripted, and that's going to get
views. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it seems like because more people are talking about it. People gonna keep talking about it. So and I feel that's what he's saying is it's a storyline
in reality TV, and they're gonna roll with it.
And matter of fact, did she get her own show?
She did get.
Did she get her own show?
Announced her own show. They announced.
Yeah, you're right.
Right after it came out. So yeah, that could be.
So this lesson, y'all.
This is coin.
Yeah. So the lesson here. Somebody need to listen to this lesson.
Railroad is, but she know how to find a multi-million.
She know how to find. She do. Hey, she do.
Since we've been knowing her.
He was in that church.
Right.
She was.
I was so embarrassed.
I ain't mad at her for not knowing what a railroad is, but she know how to find a man with some coin.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, Javetta, what's our next topic? What's our next topic? We're gonna get our brother.
So the CDC announced this week that vaccinated people are okay to remove the mask in outdoors and indoor settings. The governor of North Carolina has removed all stipulations as far as meeting indoors and meeting outdoors. And he has removed the mask mandate in the state of North Carolina. Okay. And
there's more?
Walmart. Well, you know, I was yes, but keep that mask on. Walmart has dropped the mask mandate completely. You know, it's
no
individual stores and things.
Well, not the one on my side of town. You still got to wear your mask up in there.
Well,
the one on the side of town where you have to wear your mask up in there.
And this is for I don't know if they did it today or if they did it yesterday, but this is for workers and for people that are coming into shop. They don't have to wear masks now. So I wanted to find out how y'all felt because just last week they was talking about you have to wear a mask, you have to be socially distanced. They're removing all of that. No social distance, no mask. They just throwing us out there. How do y'all feel about that?
Well, I'll say this. I've been living in California throughout the whole pandemic, and we set up a little different.
Because
now we have an official open date.
Oh,
June 15th, 2021. The state of California, it's about to be 100% capacity open.
Wow. Okay.
However,
was hit hard.
We weren't. Well, it seems we were hit hard because we have the biggest population of most states.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
But we've done great with our numbers. I have not experienced lockdown like we've experienced lockdown in California. When I come to North Carolina, it makes me nervous because they be like, "Oh, no, California, you could be walking down the street and don't have on a mask and get fined $300."
Wow. Wow.
They weren't playing. We vaccinated over half the state has been vaccinated. A month and a half ago, we vaccinated over 20 million people in the state of California.
Wow.
Okay.
And that was about a month and a half ago when they made that announcement. So the number is probably close to 30,000 now, which means that 75% of the state of California has been vaccinated.
Wow. Okay.
I actually like that.
So that's why we have an official open day. Our numbers of cases have dropped tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Tremendously. You can't even go in the grocery store without a mask on. You will get put out. You want to get put out of you want to get put out somewhere, they have security at the doors. No, you can't come in. You don't have no mask on. Get the hell out.
Wow.
They will escort you out with no problems, no issue. So, and even though we're opening on June 15th to be 100% capacity, our mask mandate is still in effect.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We're opening 100%, vaccinated or not vaccinated. You're still gonna have to have on a mask.
I actually like that.
I like that too.
I
like that too.
Because we and like our governor said, Governor Newsom said, we're taking the dimmer switch approach. We're not just gonna flip on the light switch. If we dim the lights up a little bit and things don't look well, we're gonna dim it back down. If we dim it up and things are looking good, we're gonna brighten it up a little bit. He said, but we're just not gonna flip the switch on.
That's good.
Gotcha. That's smart.
So that is one of the reasons why a state as large as California has been able to have a full handle on this entire pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's what's up.
As large as we are, our numbers have been right at or lower than most states.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to realize in LA County, the population of LA County is 11 million. So LA County makes up more than a fourth of the entire population of the whole state.
Wow. Woo.
Are y'all stacked on top of each other like in New York, or?
No, we got a little space. We got a little space. We ain't like that.
That's wow. Well, kudos to California.
And
yes,
you know, so yeah, I'm
nervous. How you?
I'm with that.
So
I'm with that. So
after June 15th, come on out.
Yeah, I'm still either way. I'm still wearing my mask. So that's the thing. It's like we got to slowly. Yeah. So we still got to creep out, and we still got to creep back into this thing. But I just think it's dangerous for them to open back stuff back up, especially in North Carolina.
And we're not even halfway vaccinated.
We ain't even halfway vaccinated. So it's like
the residents are vaccinated.
Yeah. So I will still have my mask. For me and mine, we'll still have the mask on. That's what we're gonna do.
Are y'all vaccinated? Are y'all vaccinated?
I'm a big time.
Who?
I'm not, because I don't.
Yeah, no, we haven't got vaccinated.
I'm not vaccinated because I took the flu vaccine a few years ago, and it almost took me out of here.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Yeah, I saw some.
I took the flu vaccine and I caught the flu or something like a flu, and it wasn't just.
I was so sick.
Yeah, I was sick for a couple of weeks. But after researching, I decided to take the vaccine, and I have not had any issues, but I did experience blood clots in the
You take
beginning.
the Johnson and Johnson one? You take the Johnson and Johnson vaccine?
Nope, I took Pfizer. But it wasn't because of the shots, because I wasn't fully vaccinated then. They said it was long haul. It was a long haul effect from me having COVID. And my boyfriend, we had it at the same time, and he was hospitalized a week after me with pneumonia. And they said it was a long haul effect from COVID. So
Well, the thing with me is because another reason I'm not taking. I lead a plant-based life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat.
Okay.
Looking at a little fish a little bit. So I'm mainly plant-based.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have problems with, like, I haven't had a cold in 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where it comes from.
In 6 years. See, the body is designed to heal itself if you put the right stuff in it.
You put the right stuff in it. I say that all the time. It can heal itself.
Ever since I've gone plant-based, I'm no longer having to take 3 of the 4 medications that I used to be on. My doctor and I are working toward moving me off the last one.
Wow.
All because I'm plant-based. And like I said, if I get the sniffles, as if I have a cold, I drink some hot tea and it's gone.
It's gone. Wow. That's what's up.
Because viruses don't have anything to hold on to in my body. Viruses and diseases need to be fed in order to live. And if you got a lot of sugar, a lot of some of the foods, the ingredients they put in the foods, these different colors and B2 and all those different toxic things that they're putting in our food that killing us, and we don't even know that's, and most of that stuff is actually causing cancer. If you don't eat that stuff, and viruses can't survive in your life.
Yeah.
A friend of mine told me, he said, you must have some different antibodies against cold. He said, you stay on an airplane, you always travel, you always going somewhere throughout the whole pandemic, and you have not had COVID. I said, of course I haven't.
Wow.
That's true.
Awesome. That is awesome.
So people, if you're listening, healthy food can help you fight any disease.
Yeah.
Cancer and all of that. I had a friend of mine that had cancer. I developed a meal plan for her. She's cancer free now with no chemo.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. And that's so true.
I said,
that is so true.
I said, if you eat like this, cancer has nothing to hold on to and survive. She didn't want to take chemo. So I helped her develop a meal plan. I said, you got to stick to it. You can't have cheat days. You got to stick to it. She said, I have a will to live for my children.
That's what's up.
She went full plant-based, not even a little bit of fish. And she has beat cancer without even taking chemo.
Danny said, I'm a fan, but I'm still team brisket.
Well, get your brisket. But guess what, Danny? Do your brisket in moderation. Don't have one every day.
Yeah. That's everything's in moderation. Everything's in moderation.
My favorite brisket.
So
we get in moderation.
Oh yeah, we got to. So let's before we play our game, we usually play a game with our guests. We're gonna go to the next topic. You ready? You want to put the picture up, Javetta, about this topic? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
the proposal.
Yes.
So we want to see how the people feel about. So let's talk about this. She's pregnant, and she bends down to propose to her man
on the beach at the vacation.
On the beach. Now look at the backdrop. That's a beautiful backdrop. That's a beautiful moment. That's awesome. So, people in the comments, how do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about a woman proposing to a man? Is that something you would do? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's, do you think it's, that's against tradition? How do y'all feel? Javetta, you first.
Oh yeah, because I was about to start talking about it anyway.
I know you were.
It is a traditional mindset. We were raised in this culture to think the man is supposed to leave his father and mother and find his wife. So I think that it's a cultural norm for the man to propose versus the woman proposing. Now, see, me personally, I'm not here for it. I want to be proposed to. I'm not going to be pregnant on my knees. I don't understand how he let. I don't understand how he let her do that. Get down on her knees, because pregnant women carry a lot of weight. So she gonna be down there.
She holding the baby.
Once he saw her going down, he should have been like, "Baby, whoa, what you doing?" You know. My second question is: have they talked about marriage? Is this in the plan? And if so, why hasn't he proposed? Did she get tired of waiting, or what's going on? I would not propose to my man. My man is going to propose to me.
Okay.
That's right. See, my boo said, Javetta, don't take that away from me. I'm not.
And see, Javetta, and we're old school. Can I say we old school, even though we look young?
Yeah. We old school.
We old school. This new generation is different. And they're different because we fucking raised them different. We didn't raise them with old school values.
That's right.
People always talk about, well, they do this and do this. I don't blame the new school for shit that they do. I blame our punk ass parenting. We took away old school parenting and gave these motherfuckers choices.
But you know,
they tell you they don't want McDonald's, they want crab legs. Guess what I asked her to do? We go buy them crab legs instead of giving them McDonald's. If we had told our parents that, she said, well, go catch the motherfucker yourself. That's the only way you're going to get a goddamn crab leg. Otherwise, you're going to put your ass a goddamn Happy Meal at McDonald's.
And then, look, hey, Ronza, and then if you say something else, if you say too much, you might not eat that night.
You ain't get shit.
Be like, they be like, say something else. Yeah, say something else. Matter of fact, you don't eat. Don't worry about it.
We go ahead, man. Options. We gave people that don't have no job and no money a voice. And that's what they've grown accustomed to. So now, this young lady she's pregnant with his child, obviously.
Yeah.
Decided that she want to propose to him. And here's the thing: the look on his face, he's in awe because he thinks that's
up there.
How she
Put the picture back up there, love.
Put the picture up there.
Is he embarrassed?
Oh, no, he's not embarrassed. He's like,
oh. He's like, oh, baby.
He's like, oh my God, my boo is proposing to me. She know I'm broke and ain't got no money to get her a ring, but she decided to propose to me.
I don't get it.
And that that's their mindset. That type of shit is normal. That's not normal.
You know why?
Yeah.
Even for the Christians, even in the Christian world, as the preacher said, the Bible says, a man that findeth the woman findeth the good thing and findeth favor. So if you find your good woman and have your good woman, and you want to marry your good woman, then you propose to her. So now these new millennial women, they need to start realizing that sometimes you have to wait. You have to have a Job spirit.
That's right.
You have to wait.
Come on.
So if that man broke now and can't afford you no ring, you can't force proposing on him.
Yeah,
to get you to where you want to be. So now she didn't even realize she didn't put extra pressure on him.
Yeah.
So now you got to provide for an upcoming mother that's about to have a child and plan a damn wedding all at the same. You got that kind of money.
But you know what though? I think that this picture sets the tone for what their marriage is going to be. If she's taking the lead on this, she's going to be taking the lead or trying to take the lead and become the head of the household, which I think is out of order.
But guess what? That's what they both signed up for. If he's agreed to it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shamika say, put Shamika's comment back up there.
Shamika said, since she supposed, is she going to wait for him at the altar and he walked down?
Listen.
I mean,
dudes are wearing dresses now.
Hey, see, that's a whole nother week. That's a whole nother. We'll be here all day.
People are excited about them wearing dresses.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But
ladies, wait.
the culture, like Ronza
It's
was
shifted.
saying, it's
Yeah.
shifted. And see, I was a single mother. I have a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old. And
Right.
I had to work sometimes 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that my kids were taken care of. And because of that, social media, TV, what their friends do and say at school, a lot of that played a lot in their upbringing. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what happened.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Right.
things that we would have got beat from with a tree limb,
Man.
it's normal for
A
them
switch.
to talk back. They give their opinions with
No, you
attitude.
can't dare. I'm grown now, and even though I talk back to my mama because I'm raising her now, I still know my place.
Exactly. We still know our place.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we parents get certain age to raise them.
Yeah.
But
But
I still know my
they'll
place.
check you. They'll check you in a minute. Hold on. My mama do it in a minute. I can
My
do it,
mama
but
will
this shit
too.
is a certain tone. She was like, wait a minute,
Right.
who you talking to? Oh, I'm sorry, mom. I'm
Because
sorry. I got ahead of myself.
my mom introduces me to her friend, son. My daddy, though, he think he my damn daddy. I say I have to keep you good. Now my brothers, they struggle raising her. They can't handle her.
Mm-hmm.
Even 2 days before my dad's funeral, we was planning his funeral. He had told my brothers what he wanted for his funeral. Then when I arrived, he said, I need to talk to you. I said, about what, Dad? He said, about what I want for my funeral. I said, well, I wasn't in the mood to talk about no damn funeral because I ain't ready for my dad to leave this world.
Right.
So he was like, I said, well, Dwayne, I tried to brush him off. I said, well, Dwayne, they already told me what you want. He said, no, I need to tell you. That's what you can tell me. He said, because he said, I know what I'm going to get what I want and then some.
Exactly.
He said, well, then, he said, you know they're scared of your mama. He said, so you ain't scared of her. He said, you already know she's going to be trying to change stuff.
Right.
He said, so I know if I tell you, I'm going to get exactly what I want and then some. Because they scared of you. I looked at my brothers. I said, Daddy just called y'all some punks.
That's it, man. New generation.
Yes.
All right, Javetta, let's go on and play the game. We get ready to close out, man. We appreciate you again being on. We thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and share the live and comment. So we get ready to play explain the game, Javetta.
Okay, so tonight, usually we do Lyrically Correct, which is a music game, but tonight we're gonna switch it up a little bit. This is from the Black Pack. It's Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Yes. So I hope you know your Martin.
Yeah. I've seen every episode twice.
Danny has a question for you, Ronza. He wants to know what types of roles you're auditioning for in LA.
I'm always auditioning. I don't have an agent yet. I just got my IMDb page finalized and up and running. So I'm excited.
That's what's up.
One of my brothers from another mother, his cousin lives in LA. He's a runway coach, and he's introducing me to new agents. So I'm excited. So I just auditioned for a couple of roles. I didn't get the roles, but in LA, it's just an honor to be asked to audition in LA because you're up against way more people than you are in the South. But I will do a shameless plug right now. I just finished a role for the VPN up in new coming film this fall called A Very Merry New Year. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my God.
Yes.
That being on set with those actors, Javetta, you know half the set too.
Yes,
you know Kevin Nelson.
Yep.
You know Carlton. You know who else was on there? Shataria. Nika. Yeah, Shatara's on there. Let me tell y'all something. I've worked on a lot of projects, and I would have to say, with even all the VPN projects combined with all the other projects that I've worked on, this was the best project that I've ever worked on in my entire acting career. When Carlton asked me to be a part of this project, and he sent me the list of the actors that was going to be on there, I was like, oh, hell yes. I said, this is about to be epic. And when I tell y'all stay tuned this fall. It's a Christmas and New Year's project. So they'll probably be coming out late fall, around October. time. A Very Merry New Year by V. Let me tell you something. I play the pastor, y'all know I'm you know, if you don't know me like that, if you don't know me in that area, even Carlton was surprised because I had to do a couple of sermons, and Carlton was like, I've never seen that side of you.
We got
you told me I could bring a word, so I'm bringing a mighty word. So I'm giving you.
There you go.
And Carlton know me. I sometimes I deviate from what he's written on the script. Carlton allows me that luxury. A lot of actors be like, "Well, why you let Ronza do that? We can't do that." Carlton said, "When Ronza does it, he don't change the point that I'm trying to make."
The point you're trying to make. Yep.
He said, even when he changed the words, he still drives home the point that I'm trying to make for that scene. He said, y'all be trying to change my point when y'all change the word. He said, I want my point still made. So He said, you can change the word, but if you're not making the same point that I'm making, then I'm not going to allow you to change the words.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Ronza changed the words, and he still drives home the same exact point that I'm trying to make. Yeah. So this fall, I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all this was so much fun working on his project, we had Darnell, Nelson, Shataria, Kevin, Janika, Kiara. We had this. It was pretty much VPN's finest.
Wait a minute, I wasn't on that. I'm VPN. Wait a minute, Los, you VPN.
Well, you are VPN finest.
Yeah,
he does. Okay. It was a lot of people that he wanted to be in there that they couldn't be in there.
I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I would say there were roles for everybody. He put it together because he called me. I think he had to cast most of everybody. He was like, Ronza, I want you to be on this project. I was like, okay, cool. Who you want me to play? My role got changed a couple of weeks before production, so I had to already learn some lines, and then I had to relearn some lines because the original character that I was supposed to be playing, it got changed, so I had to play a whole nother character.
Wow!
Than what I was originally cast for, but it worked out, and I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be on Amazon Prime, Tubi, and all of that good stuff. So y'all stay tuned this fall for a very Merry Christmas. It is a treat. We had so much fun filming it. We went through a lot of things between day one of filming, of us arriving all the way to the flood. We had a whole.
I saw that.
Behind the scenes, if you follow Kevin on social media, he posted a video of the behind the scenes. Oh my God, Kevin J. Stone. His whole video that he recorded was from day one up until we left. So you get to see everything from behind the scenes to what we do to prepare for a film. The flood, we got completely flooded out.
I saw that. That was crazy.
That was crazy. In water. I'm talking about every car. We had to scoop water out of our cars.
Wow.
I saw that.
Crazy. We found a dog. We got a dog a whole new home. It was Carlton got sick. Ambulance had to come. It was crazy, but it is well worth what it's gonna be. It is gonna be a great project. I'm trying to tell you, Javetta, out of all the projects that I worked on in VPN, out of VPN, this is one of my favorite projects that I worked on. I'm super excited about it. I think I'm gonna schedule a watch party. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna have it in LA or Charlotte, because I got a following in LA now. Some of my Charlotte people might have to fly to LA to the watch party, but we're gonna do something big for this project. I'm super excited about it. Shout out to the cast, shout out to Carlton. And Carlton is doing a lot of new films now. So if y'all follow VPN, I'm telling you, this dude, Carlton, I love Tyler Perry. I do love Tyler Perry. But I'm gonna go on record publicly and say Carlton T. Clay can write circles around Tyler Perry. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Yes, that's true.
We had him on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, and the thing about I told him, I was like, bro, and you know, we talk all the time, you know, we're part of the family anyway. But just to see the stuff that his catalog, and I keep telling people, man, stop waiting for somebody to come and get you. Create your own.
Right.
That brother has created his own in Augusta, Georgia.
Yes.
Created his own it's just the VPN. So man, I'm excited, man, just to see what he creates.
Yes.
You know, because actually we're going production next week of our show
Right.
with VPN. So we're excited. So it's just awesome, man. So much opportunity. So Javelle, let's start with the game so we can kind of wrap it up. I know we won't keep my man too long, and plus my stomach is like growling. So
I got food right here I'm ready to get to too.
Okay, I'm sorry. We won't be long. Again, this is the Martin Lawrence trivia game from the Black Pack. They also have playing cards and stuff like that. It is a Black-owned business, so make sure you guys check out the Black Pack on Facebook or on their website. I think it's theblackpack.com. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with who said it. I'm gonna read you a
Can I answer or should I not answer? Should I let them answer?
Yo, this for you. You playing. This for you to answer.
Oh, I'm playing. Okay. Because I probably know the answer.
And the audience chimes
I love
in too.
Martin. Watch him every day.
Well, I bet you got all these then. Okay, we'll see. Okay. So this is who said it. Okay. The quote is, Gina's out of control. I'm out of control. This whole damn party's out of control.
That's the white accountant dude that was at the hotel with him. Yeah.
What's his name?
Bob.
Billy.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Hammer pants. He had the hammer pants.
Right.
Okay.
This whole party's out of control. That's when Martin got pissed off and came on up to where they were.
He came up under the bed.
He was hiding under the bed.
Okay. All right. The next quote is silence. Silence.
What's his name?
That's silence. That's
Yes.
the karate dude.
Karate dude. Yep.
What's his name?
What's his name? I forgot. What was his name? I forgot his name. It was
Martin plays the character, but I forget it.
I forgot his name.
His name is Dragonfly Jones.
Dragonfly Jones. That's him.
Yeah.
Okay. Next quote is, we don't need an umbilical cord. This is TV.
That's Martin.
That's
yeah,
Martin.
when they had the fake baby.
That's when her friend had the baby and she just pushed it out because they hadn't had the baby shower in his apartment. And all the girls was over there, he wanted them out. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. This next thing is something that you have to do. And you can do it because you're an actor. I think we did this one before. Impersonate Hustle Man playing the saxophone.
Do you remember that episode? He had a xylophone. Pick up the pieces.
That was good. Pick up the pieces.
But you gotta impersonate.
Huh?
What does it sound like?
Pick up the pieces.
Hey.
Okay. All right. So this next thing is it says repeat a joke made about Gina's head.
Gina's head. Thomas said one time, you talking about Pam, Gina got that big dome,
Okay, here's another one. Repeat an insult that Martin said to Pam.
Man,
what's up, Pam?
There's so many.
I like your little Christmas sweater. That's what she had, a little green little fur sweater.
The green little
yeah. I like your little Christmas sweater.
Okay.
B to B.
B to B, that was it.
B to B. Okay, this is the last one, okay? Do you have access to a pillow?
Give me a pillow. Give me one of them pillows over there. They just told me to get access to a pillow. I got a pillow now.
Okay. So this says
the girls behind me, they gave me a pillow.
Okay. Hey girls, what's up, y'all? Okay.
Hey y'all come and say hey. Let them say hey. These my people right here, y'all. Say hey to the people.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Are we in? I don't know.
I don't know. Let me step back so y'all can get in. Y'all get in.
Hi.
Hello, hey there.
My peoples.
Okay. So this is the instructions. Grab a pillow and impersonate Martin. And impersonate Martin and Pam fighting the puppy on Chilligan's Island.
But when they felt that dog, that little rat. I don't know who was scripted it. But it was like the little thing pulled up. It's like, what is that? He was like, I don't know. They was fighting and punching. You better get him. They was going hard on that thing.
So,
bro, you got my back.
Is the
I had your back. Huh?
The pillow is the rat. So show us what they did.
Oh, they was going in on it. Martin had it like this.
Had in the headlock.
And after they got through, the rat left, and they was like, "You put on, bro. I had your back." Yeah, they had each other's back. So it was crazy.
Thank you so much, Ronza, for jumping on. Please,
man, appreciate you, man.
They would say somebody. Danny just go, "That ain't no damn puppy." Right.
Okay.
Oh man.
We thank
y'all
you
so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Definitely.
It's been an
with
awesome
you
show.
all
Thank
tonight.
You
I've enjoyed it. I had a great time.
Yes, your
and
wisdom.
Feel free to invite me back.
Oh, we will.
We will, bro.
We sure.
So tell us how to find you on YouTube, man. Just tell them. We'll put it on the page and everything about your rants. But just tell the people while they listening where to find you on YouTube.
It's Ronza's Rants. www.youtube.com/ I think it's C/Ronza's Rants. If you want drinks from the Drinkmaster Ronza Bee, you can go to www.vimeo.com/on-demand/ Drinkmaster Ronza Bee. Hit me up. I can give you my VIP code so you can get a discount to look at the drink. I'm actually in the process of coming up with an app for Drinkmaster Ronza Bee. So we're going to be putting all of my drinks on this app where you can actually see my drink, see the recipe, and see the videos of me where you can follow and make my amazing cocktails. So
that's awesome.
He has a new one. He has a new cocktail. Acting Up. I said Acting Up is your newest cocktail, right?
We have an Acting Up cocktail. And I'm going to be making that one within the upcoming weeks. I'm gonna tag y'all and give y'all. I'm gonna actually put that on my YouTube channel so everybody can see the Acting Out cocktail. Because I got my ingredients now. Because as a drink master, I got to spruce it up and garnish it and make it look good. So yeah,
gotcha.
Danny said he's
so
trying
we're gonna
to
have
make
an
Acting Up drink soon.
Okay, yeah, because there's an actor, there's a writer director in LA, Levi Otis. Shout out to Levi. He has a show called Another Q Rashad Moment. I did a signature cocktail for them when they did their red carpet premiere.
Oh wow!
Nice, that's what's up.
We appreciate it, man. We feel honored and special, man. But we thank you again, man, for being on and taking your time out. We thank everybody for watching us. If you had to leave just final words for everybody who's watching us, give us some final words, man, to take the show out.
Final words to take the show out is: do you. And don't let nobody stop you, whether they family or not.
That's a word right there. So Javetta, that's a word for us. You know what I'm saying? So thank everybody for watching us, man. We continue just, like I said, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. We will put his information on our page because you're going to upload your rant tonight. Ronza?
As soon as we go off, I'm gonna upload the rant. I'm gonna edit and upload the Portia rant tonight because they all get a chance. I've already recorded it, so I'm about to edit it. And it ain't gonna take me no more than 30 minutes to edit it, and I'm about to show y'all. And again, I'm Team Portia, so don't be mad.
So we'll share it on our page. We want y'all to follow this brother. We want y'all to encourage you and watch us. Go subscribe to his YouTube page. Yes, go do all that, man. So we gotta support each other. We got to build each other up. We build everybody else's platform. Let's build each other platforms up. So y'all follow Ronza's Ranch. We'll put it on our page, man. Javetta, any last words?
I mean, Ronza said everything tonight.
Yeah.
So amen. That's all I got.
Man. All right, man. So y'all be cool, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Man, once again, man, rest in peace, Big E, man. We miss you, bro, but we still with you in spirit. All right, man. Y'all be cool, man. We out.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.